Well, I'm on the ball this week. Oh, let me get my glasses that don't reflect so much. There, how's that? I'm getting this ready for um, Tuesday's treasure, another story from the book. This one's a short one today, so I got a little bit of show and tell to go along with it. So let's jump in. A rumination called Land from the spring of '01. Can you believe in the last rumination I misspelled Katuit? I need to add all these villages to my word spell checker. Unfortunately, spell checking this type of publication cannot be handled by a computer. Hands-on editing is still a requirement when transcribing ancient handwritten documents, and errors will creep in. In any case, my questions about villages from the last blog have turned up some interesting information. This memory is about land. Doesn't everyone want to own their piece of the rock? Our European heritage wants to identify, fence, and protect land. If you speak with the Wampanoag people of this land, you will find a different attitude of sharing and belief that land cannot really be owned. This may have led to the early deeds that first comers extracted from the native people, sort of similar to modern day stories like, sure, I would be glad to sell you my piece of the Brooklyn Bridge. Not that I own any. Or even, I'll sell you the whole Brooklyn Bridge for that matter. If neither one of us can be sure that I actually own it, and as long as you're happy with the title that I present to you for the property, then I'm happy with the remuneration that you give me for it. Following after this English common law tradition, our proprietors divided common land among the first comers, and everything has come down to us today from those early land divisions. Many careers have been formed around the transfer of property in this country. Jim Gould drew a beautiful map about 20 years ago, and I'm sorry, we've lost Jim in the intervening years, but he showed how the proprietors of East Dennis, of the East Parish of Yarmouth, now Dennis, divided the land there. You see those long, narrow lots? We'll take a closer look. In the spring 2000 issue of the Cape Cod Genealogical Society Bulletin, we have many references to the early locations in Dennis. Maybe we can convince others to develop such beautiful graphical representations of our early history. The year 2000 brought a celebration of East Ham's 350th anniversary with the publication of On Its Solitary Dune commemorative magazine. Only 20 years to go at this writing, 2020, hey, we passed it. And we'll celebrate the 400th anniversary of the arrival of the Mayflower and the start of land management in New England. So let me just share this beautiful map that Jim Gould drew. And I'm hoping that you're seeing it okay. But here it says William Bradford. This is land he deeded to Richard Sears in 1664. Jim thinks this is how East Dennis looked and West Brewster, how they looked in 1680. So right here is Samuel Sears, Buggy Whip Lane, Airline Road, we're familiar with that. The ancient Sears Cemetery with Joshua Sears' house, a 1719 house is still there. John Sears. Here's another piece of Samuel Sears. Quivet Creek, which creates Quivet Neck. Up here we have Nicholas Snow. And over here, Joshua Sears, Silas Sears. The Given Meadow by Richard Sears, we think. Peter Warden, an early resident. And you can just get an idea. If I scroll down, you'll get to South Dennis and West Dennis. So you can see Dark Bottom, Round Pond, White Pond, Baker's Pond. They have great names, don't they? Did you know that any pond over 10 acres is a great pond? And it has to be able to, anyone is able to access a great pond in Massachusetts. You can't close it down. So just to give you a little feel for this, if anyone wants a copy of this map, send me an email. Glad you were here today, and thanks. We'll talk next week. Toodaloo. Map. Hey, can you see it better this way? And the book you can buy, if you get it right way up, the book you can buy at Amazon and at lulu.com.